I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah, I done got me a chick, I got a chick. Yeah. Now, like, baby, I need rest. Baby, I need rest. Baby, I want rest. Baby, I need rest. We got London on the track.
The metropolis of Atlanta, Georgia. It's the scene for the Knicks. One of the game's elite lockdown defenders, OG Anunoby, ready to impose his will as they ramp up for the raucous crowd at State Farm Arena. Knicks, Hawks, don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. As we get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. You take a look at New York. They've been outstanding thus far, claiming the top spot in their conference. And, of course, the Hawks, 5 games back.
Checking out Atlanta, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the 4. And for the Hawks, Risache at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Okongwu. 2 elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now here's Brunson. Nice move. Ooh, Brunson throws it down.
Okay, Brunson, a.k.a. JB, showing he's got some bounce, too.
Outside, Alexander-Walker. Pass to Risache. And he lays it up and in.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now here's Brunson. Last game, he had 28 points. The shake. Misses the layup. Here's Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. The coach had nothing but praise for Jalen Brunson, and he said he spent a lot of time watching Jalen. His words were, it's not easy for a player his size to dominate like he does. It speaks to his drive and his ability to outthink his opponents. Coach holds Brunson in high regard. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. For New York, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Back to Hart. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Risache.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4.
Pass to Okongwu. On the wing, Alexander-Walker. Fires for 3. Sinks the tray.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Brunson. And the Knicks miss again.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. It's 2-on-1. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Outside Hart to get back on track. They get it back. Outside Brunson. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
Such a crafty player. Brunson really excelled at getting the defense off balance.
First free throw is good. In the summer of 24, Jalen Brunson signed a contract extension, famously signing for less than his max, Clark.
Yeah, you know, B.A., it was a calculated move by Brunson because he wanted the team to have room to add additional players. If you ask me, that's the kind of winning, selfless attitude you want from the guy who's your franchise player.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Need to get one up here. The three from Rizeshe. And it's New York with a rebound. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Anunoby finds Bridges. Brunson looks it over. From 8 feet away. And he hits the jump shot. Brunson's got 6.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Pass to Rizeshe. Stolen by Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Ooh, Brunson throws it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Bridges outside. To the paint. Here's Towns. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
As a team, when you're trying to construct your best lineups, what are you looking for, Graham?
You know, I think balance is probably number one. Each lineup has to have enough defense and offense. Otherwise, you're just vulnerable.
Both good from the line that time. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship, with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much. The Hawks trailing. Now here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Johnson. Over Hart. And Atlanta misses again. Bridges outside. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
The 7-footer Towns using his size to perfection down low.
Here's Okongwu. He's guarded by Bridges. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
It's rebounded by Rizeshe. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Okongwu with the rebound.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Pass to Johnson. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Out to Bridges. Fires the three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running. And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Can't hit from the elbow.
He's had a hard time finding his shot this quarter.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Outside Rizachet. Johnson a screen on Bridges. 6 to shoot. The 3 is up. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Here's Towns on the take. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 8.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Checked in for the Hawks. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson comes in for the Knicks. OG Anunoby's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Clarkson comes in for Hart, and it's Bridges in for Jalen Brunson. So on the floor for the Knicks, Miles McBride is out there with Mikal Bridges. And then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Robinson in at the 5. Man, a big finish by Robinson.
Throwing it down hard. Robinson is fully committed on that one.
Kuminga with a screen on Bridges, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it. Tell you what, I can't think of a more menacing lob threat than Robinson. He's big, he's got nice bounce, and he's physical. An ideal finisher on that.
Now here's McCollum. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Deflects the pass. Driving inside, and that one is hammered home.
And defenses can forget how good of a passer McCollum is.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Robinson gets the bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Outside Kuminga. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Hield for 3, and he buries his first look.
There's the quick hands from Hield. Saw the defender closing in and pulled the trigger.
Knicks leading by 6. McBride passes to Robinson. Now here's Bridges. Off target from 3-point range. Nice D from Bridges.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
To the inside. Robinson in the post. Landale defending. Robinson can't hit. Hield against Clarkson. Kuminga with a screen on Bridges. Out to McCollum. With the drive. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Yeah, we know CJ's got a good shot, but he is at his best going to the rim.
To the middle. Here's Robinson. This one for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Bridges has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Anunoby using his athleticism to force that one down.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Checked in for Landale. Johnson comes in for Kuminga. Risache, he's checked in for Hield. And it's Alexander Walker in for McCollum. Towns, he's checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for McBride. Hawks trail by 6. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Guys, back to you.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Now here's Alexander Walker. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Johnson passes to Alexander Walker. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Well, with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Clark, his versatility may be his greatest asset.
Yeah, I agree with you there, B.A. I mean, he can initiate the offense if he needs to. He can certainly score off the catch and make plays off the dribble. He's got good positional size at about 6'5", and he can guard multiple positions.
On the wing, Alexander Walker, covered by Towns. Robinson with a block.
We know Robinson is an elite rim protector. So, yeah, you might want to try that move on somebody else.
10 points for him. The rebound by Atlanta. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Here's Anunoby following the three-pointer by Atlanta. And it's Brunson again missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Brunson. Consistent production from him, averaging around 27.5 points a game. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Look, how do you come up with a strategy to defend Towns on a night like this? I'm anxious to see you try.
Here's Risache. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And some changes here for New York. Clarkson comes in for Robinson. And Miles McBride subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Now here's McBride. Defense is right there. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Three-pointer. That one no good. And for the Hawks, they're shooting around 41%. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Okongwu. Anunoby covering. Back to Risache. Now Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep three. They get it back. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Here's Brunson following the score by Atlanta. Outside McBride. The three ball. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Alexander Walker. Down low. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
Outside McBride. On the wing, Clarkson. Ricochet covering. And an Obi for 3. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. The Hawks lead by 6. Here's Alexander Walker. And again, it's Atlanta.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's McBride. 9 points for him in his last game. Here's Towns. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. A one-hand hole punch.
Basket's good. He's got 13.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And some changes here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Bridges in for McBride.
Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges.
Hard against Johnson. Here's Brunson. And the Knicks miss again. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 on the shot clock. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hart goes in. Right side, Anunoby. And he gets it to go. Anunoby's got 6 points.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Johnson. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Brunson outside. 4-3. Brunson nails it.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Ricochet. Oh, he drains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, these teams are going to...
The previous play is under review.
And see if he got it off in time.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And Secaucus queuing up the footage for the official.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Atlanta on top, up 5. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
This is a contest where sometimes you get guys who don't play much. So a lot of their best dunks happen in practice. Makes the evaluation a lot harder.
Word gets out, though, Kenny.
We'll see some adjustments for the New York Knicks.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters... are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Brunson. Johnson and Okongwu, the duo inside. Alexander Walker and Risache fill out the perimeter. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. For 3, Bridges. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Knicks trail by 5. Here's Brunson. Towns outside. Inside. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Doesn't matter which hand he uses, Brunson is an excellent finisher around the rim.
Johnson a screen on Brunson. To the middle. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Bridges outside. Back to Hart. Pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Downs passes to Brunson. He shoots it. It's rebounded by Risache.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 7-point Atlanta lead. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Bridges. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that was a dunk contest material kind of jam. Johnson just letting it all hang out.
New York, again, can't hit.
Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Outside Anunoby. Knocks down the long J. Anunoby's got 9.
Nice job of setting himself up for that shot right there. Anunoby knocking down the 3.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Risache. There's the 3. And it's New York with a rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Bridges finds Brunson. Down low. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
To the paint. It's stolen by Hart. And they're on the break. For three, Bridges. It doesn't go for him. The Hawks lead by 6. Out left to the wing. To the inside. Johnson. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. It's on target from the high post. He's got 17.
And the thing that makes Brunson so tough is any amount of space is too much space for him. He doesn't need much to do his damage.
Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Hart. Rizachet with some nice D. For Atlanta, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Rizachet. Takes a 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks trail by 8. Now Bridges. A reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Outside Hart. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Launches a 3. New York again can't hit.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Okongwu, a screen on Bridges. Alexander Walker with it. He's against Bridges. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
That's a real brain fade right there. A mental error, and it cost them a possession.
McBride, he's checked in for Anunoby. Knicks trail by 8. McBride on the wing. Covered by Alexander Walker. And here's Brunson from the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He managed to knock down 1 triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Now here's Alexander Walker. McBride covers. Outside Rizachet. 4-3. Hart pulls it in.
They are winning despite his efforts. He's been off all night.
McBride passes to Hart. Towns up top, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And Atlanta making a change here. Kispert's checked in. The Hawks lead by 8. And here's Alexander Walker. He's got 7. Clock at 6. With the crossover, count that one.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
For the Hawks.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Ryan. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Back to you, Ryan.
Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Hart. Top of the key. Jump shot is good that time. Hart's got his first 2 points of the night.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA, and when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
Johnson a screen on Brunson. And he lobs it up top.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
It's a mark. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Now here's Alexander Walker. McBride covers. Pass to Johnson. Drive down.
Oh, wow.
Man. You want some? You got some.
Looking in the basket on that.
And a big-time scoring night for Johnson. Looking for a shot and playing with serious confidence.
Such a wide-open look. Bridges has got 5.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And with that length and athleticism, Johnson is always a lob threat.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically, there's some type of adjustment made out of it.
Anunoby on the wing. Risache covering. Towns, right side. Back to McBride. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
So on the floor for the Knicks. They've got Josh Hart. Miles McBride is out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Back to Kuminga. Outside heel. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Hart. Fast break. Here comes New York. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Pass to Risache. 6 to shoot. Here's Landale. Buries it down low.
At this stage of the game, the offensive rebounding and putback is massive. It feels like a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Kongwu, a screen on Anunoby. Here's Risache. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. New York working the ball around now. Yep, that one goes. 26 points for Jalen Brunson.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
New York leading by 4. Pass to Bridges from deep. And his his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
Bridges knew there was daylight, using his sleight of hand to get the bucket.
Okongwu, a screen on Brunson. They need this. And he lays it up and in. Give him 20.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Bridges outside. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson comes in for Kuminga. And it's Alexander Walker in for Hield. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's McBride in for Anunoby. To the middle. And a big finish by Robinson.
Hey, they don't call him Lobinson for nothing now. Look at the hops on the big fella.
Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Brunson. Screen by Hart. Here's McBride. Back to Brunson. Here's the 3. Atlanta with a rebound.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested threes.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. And he lobs it up to the rim. Taken away. Bridges outside. Pass to Brunson. Screen by Robinson. The 3 is up. Brunson misses.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Counted. Johnson's got 14 points here in the second half.
And that's where Johnson does most of his work offensively, inside the paint.
Now here's Brunson. The D's right on him. And a big finish by Robinson.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Takes it inside. And it's good. 2 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
3-pointer, Bridges nails it from beyond the arc. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Left side, Alexander Walker. Outside McBride. Over Rizachet. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Monday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, so you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's OG Anunoby in for McBride.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Kicks it out to Anunoby from outside the arc. Atlanta with the rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Johnson. Outside Rizachet. 6 on the shot clock. Hard against Johnson. Oh, it doesn't go. New York leading by 6. Now here's Brunson. A sturdy finish from Brunson.
Brunson getting loose. He's calling his own number to great effect in this one.
Now here's Rizachet. Anunoby covering. Okongwu, a screen on Anunoby. Here's Okongwu. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Now Brunson. Okongwu with the rebound. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Risache. Anunoby covering. There's a screen by Johnson. Fires the three. Ooh, the shot misses.
Not a good shot at all, but that's what happens when you get desperate.
Here's Brunson. Yes, sir! Make it in the layup.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high-percentage shots.
Outside Risache. Now Okongwu. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Brunson. Anunoby on the wing. Risache covering. It's Bridges on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Brunson. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Oh, it doesn't go. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
I mean, we played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensively. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.